On August 28, 2025, the conflict in the Middle East took a dramatic turn when an Israeli airstrike hit the heart of Yemen's Houthi-controlled capital, Sanaa, killing the group's prime minister, Ahmed al-Rahawi. Now, this wasn't just another casualty of the war in Gaza, it was one of the most significant escalations since the war spread across the region, raising questions about the future of the conflict and its potential to destabilize an already volatile area. Before we dive into the details of the incident, let's take a moment to understand the complexities of the situation. First, you need to know about Yemen's fractured reality. Since 2014, the country has been divided between the internationally recognized government of President Abdrabbu Mansur Hadi, based in exile, and a rebel group known as Ansarullah, or the Houthis, who control much of northern Yemen, including the capital Sanaa. The Houthis, backed by Iran, established their own government in Sanaa with Ahmed al-Rahawi as prime minister. Now, if you find this confusing, don't worry, because we'll simplify things. Just imagine two governments in one country. It gets messy. Second, we need to talk about the ongoing war in Gaza between Israel and Hamas. The Houthis have thrown their hat in the ring. Pledging their support for Hamas, they've launched missiles and drones from Yemen into Israeli territory, targeting not only Israel itself, but also shipping in the Red Sea. This has escalated tensions between Israel and the Houthis, setting the stage for a confrontation. Remember, the Houthis are not sitting idle. They're actively supporting Hamas in Gaza and targeting Israeli interests. Now, before we can really dig into the meat of the story, let's look at the timeline of events that led to the fateful airstrike. Starting in July 2025, the Houthis intensified their attacks on Saudi Arabia, targeting oil facilities and infrastructure. Then, on July 29th, they launched an attack on the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a vital shipping route near Yemen's southern coast. But it wasn't just ships they targeted. On August 27th, Houthi claimed responsibility for an attack on the Israeli-owned and operated Hyperion Ray ship in the Red Sea, an incident that raised the stakes for Israel and pushed them closer to potential military action. Fast forward to the night of August 28th, Israeli warplanes carried out a strike in Sanaa, a major escalation in the conflict. According to Israeli officials, the operation targeted a meeting of Houthi leaders, a high-value target indeed. But as we mentioned earlier, the Houthis had been stepping up their attacks. It was only a matter of time before Israel retaliated. The Houthis were not caught off guard. They expected a strike and had even announced the closure of Sanaa International Airport and the imposition of a curfew. But these measures couldn't prevent the disaster. Israeli fighter jets carried out the strike, leading to the deaths of not only Prime Minister al-Rahawi, but also several other senior ministers. The aftermath of the airstrike sent shockwaves through the region. Thousands of Yemenis poured into the streets of Sanaa to mourn the prime minister, turning the funeral into a massive anti-Israel demonstration. It was a scene of anger and grief, a testament to the impact of the strike. And the Houthis wasted no time in vowing revenge. In a statement, the group spokesperson said, and I quote, "With the blood of the martyrs, we will defeat the Zionist entity and destroy it," end quote. The attack on Sanaa wasn't just a military operation for Israel. It was a bold statement, a message to the Houthis and their allies that Israel is willing to strike deep within enemy territory. It shows that no one is safe and that Israel is prepared to act aggressively against those who threaten its security. The situation is further complicated by the presence of other players in the region, especially Iran. As the Houthis' main backer, Iran has been providing them with weapons, training, and financial support to carry out their attacks. The question remains, how will Iran respond to Israel's elimination of such a key Houthi leader? The possibilities are worrisome. Iran could retaliate through proxy groups, increase support to the Houthis, or even take direct military action. The ramifications could be far-reaching, potentially drawing the region deeper into conflict. Experts are closely monitoring the situation, trying to predict Iran's response. Some argue that Iran won't take any action, viewing the strike as a serious escalation that could destabilize the region even further. Others believe that Iran might respond through proxy, using groups like Hezbollah and Hamas to carry out attacks on Israeli targets. Then there are those who think that Iran could try to seize the Houthis leadership vacuum, potentially sending advisors or military personnel to Sanaa to help manage the group and intensify attacks against Israel. Whatever Iran's response, one thing is clear. The killing of Prime Minister al-Rahawi has increased tensions in an already volatile region. The consequences of this strike extend far beyond the immediate loss of life. The attack raises several crucial questions about the future of the conflict and the stability of the region. Let's take a look at three of the most pressing issues. First, will this incident escalate the conflict beyond Gaza and Lebanon? The answer is probably yes. The strike on Sanaa was a significant escalation, marking the first time Israel has directly targeted a sitting prime minister in a foreign country. This bold move could provoke broader regional conflict, drawing in countries and groups that were previously less involved. We're already seeing signs of this with the Houthis' threats of retaliation and calls for a broader jihad. The coming days will tell us if this is just rhetoric, or if it's a prelude to more violence. Next, can the Red Sea remain secure as the Houthis intensify their attacks on shipping? The Red Sea is a vital global trade route, and any disruption to its security can have economic repercussions worldwide. The Houthis' recent attacks on shipping, including the interception of international vessels, have already raised concerns about the safety of the region. Israel's strike on Sanaa is unlikely to improve the situation. If anything, it's likely to exacerbate it. The Houthis are sure to respond, making the Red Sea even more dangerous for international shipping. The result could be higher insurance costs, disrupted trade routes, and economic instability, which can lead to worldwide inflation. Finally, how will Iran respond to the elimination of the Houthi prime minister? Iran has been a key player in the conflict in Yemen, providing support to the Houthis since 2014. The death of a key Houthi leader is a blow to Iranian influence in the region. How Iran responds will have far-reaching consequences. A direct response could involve attacks on Israeli and U.S. forces in the region, or targeting Israeli civilian and military infrastructure. An indirect response might include supplying the Houthis with more advanced weapons or increasing their training and support. The uncertainty of Iran's response adds another layer of complexity to an already precarious situation. In conclusion, the killing of Yemen's Houthi prime minister is not just a local event. It's a reminder of how fragile and interconnected Middle Eastern geopolitics have become. Israel, the strike was a calculated move to weaken an enemy. For the Houthis, it's a call to arms, and for the world, it's another step into uncertainty. The coming days will reveal how Iran, the Houthis' main backer, will respond to this brazen attack. As the region teeters on the edge of a potential broader conflict, the international community watches with bated breath. One thing is clear, the path ahead is fraught with danger, and the risk of a wider war looms large. If you found this video informative, please consider subscribing to my channel. Your support means a lot to me and helps me continue delivering quality content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay informed and be curious.